Welcome, traders. Dr. Keith here in for Rob. It is Friday, September 12th, 2025. Hope you're doing well. So today I'm doing the weekend video, folks. Rob's been really tied up this week. His mom's been in and out of the hospital, so obviously our prayers and thoughts will go with Rob and his family. But what I wanted to show you here as we get the weekend, right? This is the NQ here, folks, on the 5-minute chart. And, we had a great week in the WealthCharts live trading room. Obviously, past performance is no guarantee of future results, folks. But, what a great week. And what we're really focused on, though, was, again, following the trend and managing once you're into the trade, right? Kind of what I talk about all the time, reducing your risk, managing your trade, and that. So let me start out by giving you an example of what we look for. So, again, this is the 5-minute chart on the NQ. We were in an uptrend. This is during the European session. You have a pullback, right? The champion trend stays in a buy zone. Okay, so the overall is still bullish to the upside there, right? And then we get our potential entry like right here. Why is that? Well, what I look for, folks, is these flat bottom Heikin-Ashi back in the direction of the trend, green Heikin-Ashi dot. Here you can see a TRP cross triggered as well, right around that zero line. We had a Heikin-Ashi delta smooth overextended, and right at 6 a.m. there, the Laguerre triggered as well. So we had multiple signals, okay, and that's something I'll look at, early in the morning on the European session when I get up to see if I like anything. But from there, where you can, put your risk here at the red candle as your stop, the exit is on the red Heikin-Ashi dot, okay? At least the rest of the trade. A lot of you might size in and then scale out and so forth. But, we look to grab 80% of that move. The unknown when you get into a trade like this isn't your risk because you've got your stop in place. We don't know the exit point because we're waiting for the system to tell us, okay? The other really good topic we talked about this week was with the volume profile, okay? I've been really teaching you all volume profile over the last couple of weeks, and I'm going to continue to do it because I'm getting a lot of great feedback and a lot of people are learning, and that's the goal, right? In the WealthCharts live training room, we like to take live trades with our prop firms, and we like to train. Okay, that's the ultimate goal. And what we saw here, so right here, folks, 9:30. Okay, this wick right here. And so when we opened up the room, I opened it up a couple minutes early. I think it was 9:28 this morning. I said, okay, so same thing as we had on Thursday. I said on Friday, just be careful. Don't get too aggressive long at the open. I like to wait 10 minutes anyway, folks. So I don't take my first trade at the U.S. Open until 9:40. I'll trade before that, but from 9:30 to 9:40, I don't take a trade. Okay. But what I mentioned was I wouldn't be surprised for a move up real quickly and then a pullback down to the point of control, which is this red line, part of the volume profile, right? And it did exactly that. Again, statistically, folks, is all I'm trying to get at here. We knew we were extended. At the time, we were at the value area high, right? This is VAH. This down here is a VAL. And what I look for is when price is close to the VAH or close to the VAL, I'm looking for a bias of a reversion back to the mean. Okay, and so all I was saying here was, hey, be careful, bulls. Wait for a pullback, especially to the point of control or the gap, right? That's the third thing we've been talking about this week was where I put this green dotted line was the 4 p.m. close on Thursday. That fills typically over 80% of the time. So because of that, I was not surprised at all to see that type of pullback to the point of control and then ultimately to the gap. Then we became bullish, right? Then we became bullish. So really good lessons learned on that. Be careful at the U.S. Open, first of all, but know what the probabilities are. Okay? It doesn't mean we couldn't have just went higher today. That's not what I'm saying at all. Well, I'm looking at statistics, looking at the volume profile, being at the value area high here. Okay, probability is saying we're going to get a retracement. We just don't know exactly how far it's going to retrace. Or let's say this would have been the open right here, just as an example. It's not, right? This is in the European session. We would expect it to probably head higher. Okay, what we saw here at the European session was, move down, Heikin-Ashi delta smooth extended. See how well extended that is? basically then you get the green Heikin-Ashi candle. That's saying high probability off of this 5-minute chart that this is the bottom for now. Okay, so it did a great job on that as well. Okay, all right. So again, folks, a lot of you are asking about how do you get into the WealthCharts live training room. So let me show you. So you click on the main hamburger menu here, and you go to education. Okay, so if you go to education, you'll then click on WealthCharts events, and you can put it on your screen anywhere you want. So let me put it right here and expand it so everybody can see it. So right now is the 12th, but I'm going to go to Monday, which is the 15th. So when I click on Monday the 15th, you can see here the schedule. So WealthCharts has an all-day live training where you can pop in and ask questions in a Zoom session with WealthChart professionals. Okay, and then you can see here I'm on at 9:30 here on Monday. Okay, Ziad's on at noon, and then I'm back on at 1 o'clock. So you can go and look at each day of the week, Monday through Friday, right, and pick which ones you want to attend and mark that on your calendar. So make sure you use that as well, folks. Looking forward to next week. You know, again, I've just requested yesterday more payouts from Apex. I'm actually requesting more tonight as well now, based on what the trades I did on my own this morning here in the European session. And so real excited about those payouts. Hope to see you there, folks. So again, 9:30 a.m. Monday. Come see me. We'll get started. Have a great weekend. Take care, everyone.